King Agnar of Arendelle loved telling his daughters, Elsa and Anna, stories of long ago. One night he told them about the Northuldra, a people who lived in harmony with the spirits of nature. The Arendellians had built them a dam as an offering of friendship. When the two groups gathered to celebrate, a fight broke out, and the enchanted forest was surrounded by an impenetrable mist. No one could get in, and no one could leave. The story left Anna and Elsa with many questions. "Do you think the forest will wake again?" asked Elsa. "Only Ata Helen knows," answered their mother. "Ato who, what?" asked Anna. Queen Iduna told them that her mother used to soothe her to sleep with a lullaby about a special river called Ato Helen, said to hold all the answers about the past. "Will you sing it for us, please?" asked Elsa. Iduna agreed and began the lullaby. It wasn't long before the girls had drifted off to sleep. Anna soon awoke and ran to the window. She looked outside before calling to Elsa. "The sky's awake, so I'm awake. So we have to play." Many years passed, and although their parents were gone, Anna and Elsa watched out for each other. Olaf had learned to read, and Kristoff had brought an engagement ring, ready to take the next step with Anna. Sven fully approved. One thing the group always made time for was a family game night. It was time for charades. As Olaf changed into different figures, Kristoff guessed every one correctly. When it was the girls' turn, Anna struggled to guess what Elsa was acting out. Elsa complained of being tired and called it a night. The truth was, something was bothering Elsa. A voice had been calling out to her, trying to draw her away from the kingdom. But it seemed as though no one else could hear it. Moments later, Anna appeared. "You're wearing Mother's scarf," she said. "You do that when something's wrong." Elsa didn't want to worry Anna, so she simply said, "I just don't want to mess things up." Anna always had a way of making Elsa feel better with both her words and her actions. She sang their mother's lullaby, and Elsa drifted off to sleep. Anna quickly followed, dreaming beside her sister. Later that night, Elsa awoke to the mysterious voice calling to her again. She couldn't help feeling curious. Did the voice belong to someone magical like her? As Elsa walked down the fjord, she used her magic, tossing snow into the air. Images appeared. Images she had never seen before blossomed from her fingertips and surrounded her. Fascinated by the imagery, Elsa blasted out her power and an enormous shockwave swept across the fjord. The moisture in the sky froze into small crystals and hung suspended in the air. "Air, fire, water, earth," she said. The shockwave startled Anna awake, and she raced to the balcony, searching for Elsa. She stared at the glimmering ice crystals that hung in the air. Then she saw her sister standing on a hill made of ice by the fjord. As the sisters' eyes met, a blinding flash of light came from the north, and the crystals dropped to the ground in a cascade. Elsa raced towards the village. As the crystals fell, Arendelle transformed. Water stopped flowing. Fire vanished. The wind kicked up, pushing villagers out of their homes, and the ground rippled like the sea. Once everyone was safe on the cliffs above Arendelle, Elsa told Anna and Kristoff about the voice. Elsa explained that the voice hadn't said anything. It had simply shown her the enchanted forest. "And then forced us out of our own kingdom," Anna said. "To protect us," Elsa stated. "From what?" Anna asked. "I don't know yet," Elsa said. The ground rumbled again, but this time it was the mountain trolls rolling through the pass. Grandpappy went straight to Elsa. Both of them could feel that the spirits of nature were angry. "Much about the past is not what it seems," Pappy said. "When one can see no future, all one can do is the next right thing." To do that, Elsa knew she needed to find the voice. "And this time, Anna, I am not afraid," she said. Grandpappy motioned to Anna and told her that he would take care of the villagers, but she needed to watch over Elsa. "I won't let anything happen to her," Anna promised. At dawn, Anna, Kristoff, Olaf and Sven joined Elsa. They all piled into Kristoff's wagon and began their journey north out of Arendelle. They passed many places they had seen before and continued even further into the unknown. Since Olaf had learned to read, he had gathered many fun facts, and he felt that now was the perfect time to share them. "Did you know that water has memory?" Olaf asked. "Did you know men are 6 times more likely to be struck by lightning?" "Sorry, Kristoff." As the night came to an end, Elsa asked Kristoff to stop. "I hear the voice," she said. Ahead was a vast wall of glittering mist. Elsa ran straight for it, knowing they had arrived at the enchanted forest. Olaf made a run for the mist and bounced off it like he was hitting a balloon. He giggled and then jumped up and did it again. Elsa reached for Anna's hand, drawing on her sister's strength. Slowly, the mist parted before them. "Promise me we'll do this together," Anna said. "I promise," said Elsa. The sparkling colors in the mist shifted and aligned. Something about it had changed. Instead of bouncing off when they touched it, the mist now pushed them faster and faster. The mist continued to roll back, revealing 4 stone monoliths that bore the symbols of air, fire, water, and earth. As Elsa and Anna and their friends passed the pillars, the mist closed behind them, trapping them inside. Suddenly, they were propelled into a clearing. "What was that?" asked Kristoff. Olaf touched the mist they had just emerged from. It had returned to being bouncy. "Okay, clearly doesn't want to let us out," Kristoff said. "This forest is beautiful," Elsa said. With the soft rays of the sun illuminating the forest, it was like walking through a dream. The towering trees had shimmering golden leaves and stretched towards the sky. The group slowed their pace, staggered by the beauty. Anna gasped as she stepped up to an overlook and saw the dam in the distance, realizing it was the one from her father's story. It was real, and it still stood strong. Kristoff joined her, wondering if it was the right time to give her the ring he had been carrying around in his pocket. But before he could get the words out, Anna panicked when she couldn't see Elsa, and she hurried off. As Elsa heard Anna, she turned towards her sister. "Elsa, there you are," said Anna. Elsa assured Anna that she was okay, but suddenly they realized they had lost track of Olaf. The little snowman was distracted, happily exploring the enchanted forest, until he realized he was alone. "Anna? Elsa? Sven!" he called out. The snowman rationalized that when he was older, all the things that seemed strange now would make sense, from the falling leaves to the strange face in the water. Even the huge gust of wind that rushed towards Olaf, bending trees in its path, didn't bother him. "This is fine," he said. The wind spirit swept up Olaf at the very same moment his friends found him. As everyone tried to help, they got swept up in the windstorm too. Elsa used her magic to stop a branch from slamming into Anna, which caused the wind spirit to push everyone but Elsa out of its grasp. Desperately, Elsa threw a steady stream of snow towards the center of the vortex. The wind swirled tighter around Elsa until finally she opened her arms, blasting out her power. Snow filled the air and froze into beautiful ice sculptures. Each one appeared to represent a moment in time. "Water has memory," Olaf said, explaining how ice could reveal the past. One of the sculptures immediately captured the sisters' attention. Young Prince Agnar, cradled in the arms of a girl. They heard noises coming from the bushes. Anna broke off an ice sword from one of Elsa's sculptures, and sliced open the greenery, revealing reindeer and people. Before the group could react, more people dropped from the trees. Then soldiers appeared. They were the Northuldra and the Arundelians from King Agnar's story. The two sides, still at odds after so many years, ignored Elsa, Anna, and their group, and immediately began arguing. The leader of the Northuldra, Yelana, bickered with the Arundelian lieutenant, Matthias. Thinking she recognized Matthias, Anna stepped forwards, still holding the ice sword. Feeling threatened, both the Northuldra and the Arundelians rushed towards them. Elsa used her power, shocking everyone and sending them to the ground. That was magic. "Did you see that?" Matthias said. "Of course I saw it," Yelana responded. When Matthias got to his feet, Anna stared at him, trying to figure out where she knew him from. Finally, she blurted out, "Library, second portrait on the left. You are our father's official guard." Matthias was overjoyed to hear that their father was King Agnar, and that he had made it back to Arundel. Yelana burst forwards. "Why would nature reward a person of Arundel with magic?" she said. "Perhaps to make up for the actions of your people," Matthias responded. Everyone knew he was referring to the long-ago battle between the Northuldra and the Arundelians. "My people are innocent," Yelana said. "We would never attack first." "May the truth be found," Matthias said. Elsa tried to calm everyone. She told them about the voice that had called her there, and how she believed it held the answers to free the forest. She asked for their trust. "We only trust nature," Yelana responded. "When nature speaks, we listen." Suddenly, a brief flash appeared. "Fire spirit!" Yelana yelled. A ball of fire dashed around a tree, sending it up in flames. Chaos erupted as it blazed a trail, burning everything in its path. Elsa raced behind it, using her magic to try to stop it from spreading. When she finally chased it down, the fire spirit was not what she expected. The fire spirit was a tiny salamander. As Elsa looked into its eyes, she understood its feelings of pain and fear. She gently held out her hand, and it scampered onto her palm, enjoying her cool touch. As she helped it find calm, the flames around the forest died. The voice called out again, and both Elsa and the salamander turned towards it. "Someone's calling us. Who is it? What do we do?" she asked. The fire spirit looked into the distance, and Elsa instantly knew what it was trying to say. "Okay," she whispered. "Keep going north." When the sisters were reunited, Elsa pulled out their mother's scarf and wrapped it around Anna, knowing it would comfort her. Ryder and Honeymarin were intrigued by it. Elsa had explained that it had been a gift from their father to their mother. It had been one of Iduna's most cherished possessions. Recognizing the symbols on the scarf, Ryder took the sisters back to the ice sculptures Elsa had created. Elsa compared their mother's scarf to the one the young girl was wearing. They were identical. "I see it," Elsa said. "That's Mother." "Mother saved Father's life that day," Anna said. "Our mother was Northuldra," Elsa announced to the group around them. The two opposing sides were bewildered by the discovery. Suddenly, their differences, anger, and suspicions melted away. The forest animals called out, and each of the Northuldra laid their hands on the shoulders of the person in front of them, softly beginning to sing. Yelana resisted until she could no longer deny their connection. Anna and Elsa looked at each other, overcome with emotion. "I promise you," Elsa said as she turned to Yelana, "I will free this forest and restore Arundel." The Northuldra and the Arundelians began to speak softly with excitement. They wanted nothing more than to be free of the forest. "We will do all that we can," Anna assured them. After Elsa's revelation, Everyone gathered for stew and glog. Kristoff, who had bonded with Ryder through their love of reindeer, showed him the ring he had for Anna. I know nothing about women, but I do know that we have the most amazing way of proposing, Ryder said. Really? Kristoff asked. Ryder nodded. Best part, it involves lots of reindeer. Meanwhile, Matthias shared with Anna wisdom he'd learned from his father. Just when you think you've found your way, life will throw you on a new path. Anna knew what followed. You needed to do the next right thing. At the campfire, Honeymaren showed Elsa the spirits of nature, symbolized on her mother's scarf. Elsa was surprised to learn about a fifth spirit called the Bridge. It was said to connect the magic of nature to humans, and it disappeared when people stopped listening. Moments later, the ground began to shake. The earth giants had appeared. Everyone hid, but the giants seemed to sense Elsa because of her magic. Elsa quickly threw her powers into the night sky, tricking the earth giants and sending them lumbering into another direction. As the earth giants trudged off, Elsa began to follow them. I don't want to put anyone else at risk again. So we're going now, and we're going to find the voice, Elsa explained. Anna agreed, but first she needed to tell Kristoff. She searched for him, but he was nowhere to be found. Her heart heavy, she followed her sister and Olaf north. In a nearby meadow, the setup for the proposal was spectacular, with flowers and butterflies and reindeer, but Anna never showed up. Instead, Yelena had appeared and informed Kristoff that the queen and the princess had headed north. Kristoff couldn't believe Anna had gone without him. He walked through the forest, trying to sort out his feelings and wondering whether he truly fit into Anna's future. The journey north led Elsa, Anna, and Olaf to the rise of a hill. In amazement, they looked down at an old Arendellian shipwreck, its tattered flag waving sadly in the wind. Anna and Elsa gasped at the sight. It was their parents' ship. They ran down to take a closer look. Anna and Elsa looked everywhere for clues about why their parents had been in the dark sea. They soon found a map. The sisters spread it out on the floor and saw that Ahtohallan was clearly marked. Their parents had gone on a voyage to seek answers about Elsa's magic. Elsa ran from the ship. "This is my fault," she said in tears. Anna insisted Elsa wasn't responsible for the choices of their parents, and reminded Elsa of her important quest. Once again, Anna had revived her sister's confidence. Elsa vowed to make it across the dark sea and find Ahtohallan, but she had to do it alone. "No," said Anna, "we do this together. Who will stop you from going too far? You said you believed in me, that this is what I was born to do," Elsa insisted. "And I don't want to stop you from that," said Anna. "I can't lose you, Elsa." "I can't lose you either, Anna," Elsa said, and the two sisters hugged. Suddenly, Elsa magically created a boat under Anna and Olaf and sent them zipping down a path of ice. Anna scrambled, trying to stop their progress, but when it dropped down a slope, Anna and Olaf slipped into a river and floated away. Anna and Olaf were both angry with Elsa for sending them off, but when Anna realized Olaf was frightened too, she calmed down. "I know, but look, I'm still here, holding your hand." Olaf brightened. "That's a good point, Anna. I feel better. You're such a good listen." Then Anna saw something that made her quickly try to quiet Olaf. "Don't shush me. That's rude." The little snowman's voice dropped to a whisper when he saw the river was surrounded by sleeping earth giants. Anna frantically searched for an escape and saw that just ahead the river split. "Hang on, Olaf," she whispered. "Try not to scream." She took a branch and pushed them away from the snoring earth giants. directly towards a waterfall. Anna and Olaf dropped down the rushing water, and as they hit the surface below, their little boat shattered. After climbing onto the shore, Anna lit a torch and handed Olaf his nose. "Thank you," he said, pushing it back into his face. "Where are we?" "In a pit with no way out," said Anna. "But with a spooky, pitch-black way in," Olaf said as he spotted a small opening behind a rock. They stepped into the darkness, hoping that Elsa was okay. Elsa had finally made her way north and reached the edge of the tumultuous dark sea. She moved back a few steps, then took a deep breath and ran. As Elsa sprinted across the sand and onto the sea, snowflakes formed under her feet. The ice kept her on top of the water as she headed further from shore. A wave rose in front of her as Elsa tried to run faster to reach the top before it crashed. But she didn't make it. She and her icy steps were washed away. Pulling herself back to the shore, Elsa leaped onto a nearby rock. As a wave moved towards her, she froze it and used it as a slide. But the following wave broke the slide and Elsa dove into the water. Deep beneath the dark sea, a lighting flash illuminated the water knock. It swam up to Elsa and looked her in the eye, before disappearing in the next lightning strike. As Elsa surfaced, she started running. The water knock emerged and rammed the ice. The two continued to battle, both above and below the sea. Finally, Elsa used her magic to make an ice bridle, which she tossed over the head of the water spirit. At first, the water spirit bucked, but it and Elsa soon moved in harmony as they galloped to the opposite shore of the dark sea. A haunting voice continued to call Elsa toward Ahtohallan. Elsa gasped when she discovered what some part of her had known all along. Ahtohallan was a frozen river, a glacier. The voice urged her towards it. "I hear you, and I'm coming," Elsa said, snapping the reins. Elsa and the water knock were soon at the shore. When she climbed off the water knock and onto the icy bank, the water spirit galloped back into the dark sea. As she moved closer to the opening, Elsa felt the powerful magic of Ahtohallan reaching for her. She walked forwards, eager to meet it. Elsa stepped into the ice cave, following the haunting call. Finally, Elsa entered a big open room. Blurry images danced across the walls and ceiling. Elsa didn't understand what they were trying to tell her. But as Elsa sang, several images became clear, and Elsa realized that they were from the past. The woman who was looking at her, the voice that had been calling to her, was the memory of her mother, Iduna. Listening to the words of her mother's song, Elsa knew Iduna had been calling to her to finally become who she was always meant to be. As her powers grew and flourished, her true destiny revealed itself. Elsa transformed into the Snow Queen. Exhilarated, Elsa drew dozens of memories forward with her power, scouring the past for the secret of what had happened in the enchanted forest. But as she dug deeper, something changed. She went too far. When Elsa finally found the startling truth about the lies that had been told, the ice surrounded her. It moved up her body, freezing her solid. With her last breath, she desperately sent Anna a message. As Anna waited with Olaf, Elsa's magic reached them. An ice statue formed, and Anna learned the truth. Their grandfather had attacked the Northaldra. He had caused the battle that had made the spirits curse the forest and surround it with an impenetrable mist. Anna had to make things right. As she began to lead Olaf away, she stopped suddenly. Anna looked at him. Flurries of snow drifted off his body. His fading magic meant Elsa was in serious trouble. Anna hugged the little snowman tightly. "I love you," she said, trying to hold back tears. As Olaf disappeared, Anna knew Elsa was gone. She sat alone and still, paralyzed by the thought of life without her sister. and her favorite snowman. Anna took a deep breath. She had to be strong to do the next right thing, to break the dam that was a symbol of hate and betrayal. Her grandfather had built it to trick the Northaldra into thinking he could be trusted. The release of the flowing waters would destroy her beloved Arendelle, but Anna knew it was the only way to free the Northaldra and the Arendellians. At the edge of the river, Anna found the sleeping earth giants. She shouted, "Wake up! Wake up!" They slowly got to their feet and began chasing her. She dodged trees and shrubs as she led them towards the dam, but she quickly found herself in the earth giant's path. Kristoff and Sven galloped by and scooped her up, just in time. At the dam, Matthias tried to stop Anna. "Your Highness, what are you doing?" he asked. "Arendelle has no future until we make this right. King Ruinard betrayed everyone," she explained. "My sister gave her life for the truth." Matthias thought about it, and then he and the soldiers agreed to help her. Anna darted to the center of the dam, urging the giants. "Throw your boulders!" she shouted. Anna ran as the dam crumbled beneath her. She jumped and Matthias and Kristoff grabbed her moments before she fell. Anna's selfless act made something happen in Otterhollen. The ice holding Elsa cracked. Elsa mounted the water knock, and together they raced towards Arendelle. Now that the dam was broken, a huge wave of water was rushing towards the village. When Elsa and the water knock reached Arendelle, they faced the wave. Elsa froze it with her power. The village was saved. The mist cleared from the enchanted forest. The curse had been reversed, and the Arendellians and the Northaldra were finally free. The anger between the two sides drifted away like the magical mist had, and they all celebrated their freedom together. Pieces of snow glittered in front of Anna and drew her to the fjord. She gasped when she saw Elsa and hugged her tightly. The sisters realized they had succeeded by working together. Elsa's place was in the forest with the spirits as the Snow Queen, while Anna's was back in her beloved kingdom as Queen of Arendelle. With the help of Gale the Wind Spirit, Elsa brought Olaf back to life. The little snowman was delighted to see his friends. "Thank goodness water has memory," Elsa said. "You all came back," Olaf said. Kristoff knelt down in front of Anna and held out the ring he had been carrying. "I love you with all I am. Will you marry me?" he asked. "Yes," she said. Weeks later, with General Matthias standing proudly beside her, Queen Anna looked out on her people. She presented them with a sculpture celebrating the peace between Arendelle and the Northaldra. It depicted her and Elsa's mother and father as youngsters. "Our lands and our people, now connected by love," she said. As the crowd celebrated, Gale appeared. "I've got a message for my sister," Anna said, holding up a note. Gale swept it out of the kingdom. Elsa took the note Gale brought her. "Charades, Friday night," she read. "Don't be late, and don't worry, Arendelle's doing just fine. Keep looking up to the forest. I love you." Elsa smiled. Even though they lived apart, the sisters felt closer than ever. She greeted the water knock, and together they galloped as one. Elsa felt free and truly happy, knowing that she and her sister were exactly where they were meant